Hey, Mama. So, with Black Friday quickly approaching, I thought, why not, chat about Black Friday offers? And I really want to touch on this debate of whether or not you should discount your services or your signature programs during Black Friday. Now, if you're active on Instagram or Facebook, then most likely you've seen content around this, whether or not you should participate in Black Friday and how you should participate in Black Friday. And a lot of times this content, you see people are on one of two sides. Either they're all for Black Friday or they're like super anti Black Friday. Like sometimes it seems like there's no in between. And some of the conversations I've seen around Black Friday, I feel like have been really misguided or one sided. And sometimes the tone of the content is kind of like shaming and, making other business owners feel bad about participating in Black Friday or how they're choosing to participate. And so for this episode, I wanted to address some of those misconceptions and share some Black Friday ideas for mompreneurs. So like if you've been thinking, I think I kind of want to do this Black Friday thing, but I'm not sure what I want to do, I got you. So let's jump into today's episode. Hey, Mama. Welcome to the Mama Turn Mompreneur podcast. I'm your host, Andria Singletary, a wife, mama of two, and former virtual assistant turned podcast strategist and producer. This is the podcast for the mama who is burnt out trying to build her business on social media. You're tired of putting in so much time and energy marketing your business on social media only to hear crickets and barely get any engagement on your posts. You don't have time to waste as a busy mama, and you need an effective way to generate leads for your business. Well, mama, you're in the right place. On this podcast, I will be giving you the inside scoop on how to create a podcast that generates consistent leads for your business on autopilot, mixed in with some mompreneur hacks and tips for growing your business as a busy mama. So grab your coffee, your notebook and pen, put in those earbuds, and let's dive in. Okay, so before we get to all things Black Friday, I just want to put out there, I am participating in Black Friday, and I am dropping some amazing offers for you guys you're not going to want to miss out on. So if you want to be in the loop on all things Black Friday, you need to get on my email list. My email list is getting first dibs on my Black Friday stuff. So you do not want to miss this. So to hop on the VIP Black Friday waitlist, head on over to mompreneur.com/Black Friday waitlist. This will be linked below as well as in the show notes. So let's talk about Black Friday. Okay, so last year was my first year participating in Black Friday as a business owner. And I remember that after I had started promoting my Black Friday offers, a business owner I admired actually posted something about why you shouldn't participate in Black Friday as a small business owner. And truthfully, like her content really made me feel some type of way. And it had me questioning like whether or not I should participate. And I ended up getting my mindset in check and, getting myself together. And I stuck with my Black Friday promotion. And I'm really glad I did. Why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because you may have had this type of experience too. And maybe you're currently feeling discouraged or think maybe you shouldn't participate in Black Friday. And it's really sad that there's so much mean girl energy in the online space. And I'm sorry if that has been your experience or if you've been triggered by someone's content. And like when it comes to Black Friday, at the end of the day, you have to do what feels right to you. So if you want to participate, then do it. Honestly, it's a nice cash injection right before Christmas. But if you don't, then don't. Like, it's okay. Like, there's no right or wrong answer when it comes to whether or not you participate. It's ultimately up to you. So, Before we get into these awesome Black Friday ideas for mompreneurs, let's talk about some of the misconceptions around Black Friday. So y'all know we starting with discounts. Should you discount your signature offers and programs? Now, not everyone agrees with me on this, but I think it's a personal decision. You will see people tell you not to do it. You'll see people tell you it's okay to do it. And honestly, it is a personal decision. There's a lot that goes into this one. And so, really, depending on what stage of business you're in, what is going on, this may look different for you. And I say this because last year, I offered a discount on my podcast launch package. And I did this like full transparency. So last year in November, I had only been in the podcasting niche since I started in April. So about 8 months. And like I had gained some tractions in the beginning when I niched down into podcast management. And then it kind of slowed down. And by November, I had only launched 2 podcasts, one of which was my own. And I really wanted to get another launch client. I really wanted to gain more experience, but more so too to kind of really flesh out my process and systems for the whole launch process. I had, like I said, I did one launch before, and then I did my own. And I still wanted to make some more tweaks and changes just to kind of have a really good streamlined process and make it a great experience for future launch clients. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to offer a discount on my, podcast launch package for Black Friday. Now, at this time, I had just increased the price of my podcast launch package. And I want to kind of give you guys a full picture. So the first launch I did, I only charged $800. At this point, I think I had doubled the price. So I was charging $1,600 for my podcast launch packages. And so I can't remember what the discount was. I want to say it was like anywhere from $400 or $500 off. I can't remember exactly. But I ended up getting a launch client for Black Friday. And honestly, I needed that. I needed that cash injection. But 2, I really wanted to get more experience with launching other people's podcasts and really fleshing out my own system and processes for the podcast launch. And she ended up being an amazing client. Absolutely love working with her. Still talk to her today. And it worked for me for where I was at in my business at that time, what I needed, what my goals were, what my focus was, and everything. So for me, it made sense to participate in Black Friday and offer a discount on that offer. But that's what I needed at that time. And like I said, it made sense for me. I didn't feel bad about it. I didn't have any types of feeling for landing a client at a lower amount than what I was initially charging for that package. And the reason why was that it still ended up being the highest amount I sold my launch package for at that time. And so for me, it was like, okay, I could do this. Like it boosted my confidence. And I went on into this year and I landed way more launch clients, and I ended up not quite doubling my podcast launch package. I increased it because I really was able to work out those tweaks and provide so much more value, so much more support to my clients with these, launching their podcasts and everything, and setting it up in the way so that they literally have to do the bare minimum on their end. But like I said, that's what I had needed at that time. Now, would I do it again? No, not at this point in my business. The price point I have it at, I'm keeping it there. But again, I had to get to that point. And last year, where I was at, offering that discount for Black Friday supported me in getting to where I am now. So I wanted to share that because, like I said, I've seen a lot of content out there where there are people who they're just like very firm, like, no, don't do it. really discouraging people from doing it, but it's like, wait, not everyone's situation is the same. And it makes sense for you in that current season. No, you're not going to stay there, especially as you elevate your offers and you grow and you learn more and everything. But if it makes sense for you in that current season of your business, do what is right for you. And sometimes, and I'm not even gonna say sometimes, but as business owners, we have to make mistakes. That's how we learn, that's how we grow. And so you may offer a discount this year, and the people who opt into it, not dream clients, and you're like, okay, next year we're not doing that. And that's okay. Like, that's the beautiful thing about being an entrepreneur. There's room for mistakes because you learn and you grow. Now, the other misconception I want to touch on is this belief that offering a discount decreases the perceived value of your brand. Again, I may be in the minority here, but I believe it does not change the value that you bring through your services and through your offers and your programs. I don't believe it's going to cause people to regret that they invested in your services or your programs at full price. Because at the end of the day, when they invested, they had a need that had to be fulfilled in that moment. And they looked to you as the expert that could best support them. And as long as you fulfilled what you promised and left a lasting impression, then you're good. Like, they're not going to feel some type of way. They got what they needed. And I say this because not once have I invested in an offer and later down the line, the business owner discounted it. And I thought, well, I wish I never invested in that offer. It didn't make me feel any type of way. I needed that support or whatever that offer was in that specific moment. And so I invested then. Now, to touch on this a little bit more about like discounts and how it impacts the perceived value of your brand, I want to highlight Kay Hellman. So she gave me permission to share this. So back in July, she did a Christmas and July event. And basically, she discounted her Voxer coaching, like her one-on-one Voxer coaching. I think it was like a day in Voxer and a week in Voxer or something like that. And from that Christmas in July event, she earned an extra $8,000. So on top of what she was already bringing into her business, she earned an extra $8,000. Now, I want to highlight that just because she discounted the Voxer coaching, one, it didn't decrease the value of her brand. She is still seen as the go-to person for marketing strategy and high-ticket sales for mom business owners. But another thing she shared with me, which I thought was really interesting, was that she saw that people who had been in her audience for a while, on her email list, following her on Instagram, different things like that, but hadn't actually invested yet, hopped on her Christmas in July offer. And then some of them ended up investing in one of her higher ticket offers. And the reason why is that because she had this offer at a lower rate and it was like a lower entry point. They got to experience working with her, and it's Voxer coaching, so it's one-on-one. And they're like, oh, I need to be working with her at a higher capacity. And so they ended up moving into a higher offer. So this is a great example of offering a discount. One, won't affect like the perceived value of your brand because you are your brand. So as long as you're doing what you need to do and you are showing up and you are delivering what you say you're going to deliver, then people are going to see the value in it. But this is a great example of how you can offer a discount and it can lead to people investing in higher ticket offers that you have. So I really love that she shared that with me because I think sometimes people don't think about that there are people in your audience who they've been on the fence about working with you, but they're not quite sure, like they don't trust you quite yet to, jump into the higher ticket offer. But if you have like a lower ticket offer, or in this case, offer a discount on one of your offers so that it's a lower barrier, it's a lower entry point, then it's like, oh, they get to experience like what it's like to work with you. You know, you earn their trust, and it's like, okay, yeah, I need to sign up for her higher offers because I need this support times 10. You know what I mean? So it's just like, again, kind of shifting your mindset around it. And it's like there's no one way to do things. Like you have to try out different things and find what works best for you. So that's why, like, I get frustrated when I see people like just make these blanket statements. And it's like, okay, that may be true for you, but that may not be true for me right now. And a lot of times, you know, especially when business owners like, they get further in their business, they're hitting, you know, those higher income months and different things like that. Sometimes they can forget what it was like when they first started. And I know that, you know, we invest in coaches and different things like that to help us bypass a lot of those things. But sometimes we do need to make those mistakes and we need to learn and we need to find our way and different things like that. So, anyways, I'm going to get off my soapbox now. So, you know, having a sale once a year is not going to decrease the perceived value of your offers in that it's once a year, you know, and how you show up and deliver to your audience the rest of the year is really going to determine how they view you. Black Friday can be a great entry point for people to experience working with you, and that can lead to them investing in higher ticket offers. So I know that like I spent the most of this episode talking about the misconceptions, but we got to have those mindset shifts before we get into the other stuff. But let's get into these Black Friday ideas for mompreneurs. So, one, if you have any digital products, you can bundle them together. Now, of course, you want to make sure how you're bundling them, like they complement each other and they make sense. But this is a great way to, you know, get that cash injection, but also it's like a low effort. Like it doesn't require a lot on your part because if you already have the digital products made, you just got to put them together in a bundle. So, you know, put them together and then, you know, give a percentage of discount for people buying them together and everything. And that's a great Black Friday offer. It's low effort, low energy, and it's great, you know, especially if people have been looking at your digital products. And a lot of times when you bundle it together, especially if they're really great digital products, it's like, oh, yes, I can get all these three for this price. Like, let me hop on that. So that's the first idea. The next one, which I kind of talked about a little bit earlier, but it's like creating a micro offer option of your current premium offers or your high ticket offers. Now, I'm doing this for Black Friday. So again, y'all better get on that wait list because the mamas on the wait list, they are getting some amazing bonuses. So head on over to mompreneur.com/Black Friday waitlist to get on the wait list and be the first to know about these amazing offers. And if you're on the wait list, I am dropping the offers and the bonuses, so like sharing what they are, to my waitlist mamas on Wednesday. So don't miss out. But anyways, you can take like one of your signature offers or an aspect of it and turn it into a micro offer. So for instance, say you are a copywriter and you have like an extensive launch copywriting package. Well, you can pull one aspect of like the deliverables from that package and make it a micro offer for Black Friday. So say part of that, you know, the copywriting for the launch package includes you writing like a launch email sequence or a welcome sequence. Well, you can take that and that can be the micro offer that you know, offer during Black Friday. So it's like you're not giving them the entire thing at a discounted price, but they're still getting that experience of working with you. And it's not going to require as much on your part in the sense that you're not offering the entire package and then, you know, offering it at a much lower rate. So that's an example of that. And again, it's like a great way to make your offers more accessible to those in your audience who aren't, again, able to invest in your higher ticket offers yet. Another thing you can do is offer a bonus with a current offer or product. So that may look like offering Voxer support. So like a week or a month of Voxer support. It may look like offering an additional strategy call, or you can offer some type of complimentary resource. So you have a few different options for doing bonuses with like one of your current offers. Or even like, so for the complimentary resources, maybe they sign up for, one of your signature offers, and then they get those bundle, the bundle of the digital products for free or at a discounted price, like an even more discounted price. So like there's different ways that you can do it. As far as like offering a bonus, you can get creative with it. Like there's so many different things that you can do, but you want to make sure that whatever the bonus is, it goes along with the offer that the person is purchasing, because you don't want it to be like it's this one thing and then the bonus has nothing to do with it, is not going to help them with what their current need is, because that's not going to be like an irresistible offer. It's going to be like, what? Why? That doesn't make sense. So you don't want to confuse your audience or anything like that. And then the last thing, which is something I'm doing for Black Friday, I'm dropping 3 offers for Black Friday, by the way, but creating a new offer or launching a new offer. This is the perfect time to launch something new. And my favorite part about this is that you can pre-sell it. So you can pre-sell something during Black Friday and then you don't deliver it to either like December or January. You know what I mean? Especially like it's the holidays and stuff. And depending on what the offer is, right now might not make sense to fulfill it. But that is what I like about this option for Black Friday, is that you can pre-sell it. So when you pre-sell it, you can validate that offer. One, you're able to make sure that it's something that people actually want. And you can even, like, depending on how you have your email set up, you can ask questions, you can get their input. You can actually have your audience help you build out this offer as you're pre-selling it during Black Friday. Like, it's so genius. And it's nice because you know that you are, one, creating an offer that your audience wants, because they're helping you build it out. They're giving you that feedback and that input and everything, but also you're able to pre-sell it. So you're still able to get that cash injection right before Christmas. So those are the 4 different, ideas for Black Friday for mompreneurs. But again, like if you do want to go the route of discounting your, signature offer, your signature program, that is your prerogative. That is totally up to you. But also, like, think about these ideas that I just shared with you. Is there something else that you can do instead of, offering the discount if it doesn't feel right to you? So I hope that this conversation helped you, especially like I said earlier, if you've been feeling some type of way about some of the mean girl energy content out there, know that you're not alone. I see it too. And yeah, but also, if you want to know what my offers are for Black Friday, be one of the first ones, hop on a VIP waitlist. And you can do that over at mompreneur.com/Black Friday waitlist. All right, y'all, I will catch you in the next episode. Mama, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to hang with me. Whether you're a podcaster ready to create podcast content that attracts her dream clients, or a mama that's ready to stop the social media burnout and simplify her marketing through podcasting, I can support you. Head on over to mompreneur.com/connect to submit an interest form so we can chat about how I can best support you. All right, Mama, I will talk to you again soon.